Good morning. It is a Saturday. It's about 10 o'clock and I came home early from a teen retreat. I was in Elgin.
What happens? Ryan, come on. I feel bad enough.
What did you do? Elgin, Illinois with my wife and a couple of my daughters. And the reason I did that is because they're calling for our first snowfall, which is hard to believe. I saw in the local weather last night. It hasn't been since 2003 that we've gone this long or this late into the winter season without having a snowfall of greater than 3 inches. It's been snowing here the last like 3 days straight. I've salted like 4 different times or maybe 5 times, but it was just really light. So over the course of the last 3 days, we got maybe a couple inches of snow, as you can see. But today there is a winter storm warning. They are predicting 6+ inches. So I was going to leave Bugs here and take care of it if it was going to be a smaller snowfall. But since it's going to be so big, you know, I told my wife I really needed to come home. So I came back. So I'm going to use this truck back here and just see what it can do in the snow. I really haven't even had a chance to test it out. I almost fell there. That would have been funny. And then this truck here we'll use later on just to salt. So I'm going to take the Silverado. I'm going to take it back to the winter shop where the plow is. I'm going to hook up the Boss V plow and get it ready. Get it fueled up. Get all my stuff in there. It's going to be a long day today. It's supposed to start really soon, within an hour or so. And it's supposed to go all night long until about 6 in the morning. So I'm going to be busy. I probably won't call Bugs in until sometime in the middle of the night, so you guys will get a chance to see him as well. Well, I have not started this truck for about 2 weeks since we left for the world of concrete. We'll see how it does. It's about 20 degrees right now. It's not super cold. What's surprising is the glow plugs don't stay on for very long in this truck. They're off already that fast. I don't know if that's a new thing or what. Somebody's got to let me know, because normally on all my other equipment and trucks, the glow plugs stay on for like a good 10-15 seconds. These go off within 5 seconds or less. Start it right up again. Gotta grab the snow brush out of this truck. Got the Bobcat plugged in. Block heater will keep it nice and warm. I'm just about out of salt. I've been trying to run out of salt completely because this stuff is pretty chunky. So I wanted to use all of it before I get a new load. After this storm, that'll wipe this out, and I'll get a new load on Monday or Tuesday. Man, one day I would love to own a shop where I could keep all of my stuff inside. That would be so nice. That's a dream and a goal of mine, is to own a really nice shop someday. I've hooked up this plow a few times now, and it's a decent system. I definitely prefer the Western Ultra mount, but this one's not bad. It's not bad. I am way off on that shot. All right. It is lined up. Now I'll plug it in and hit the button, and hopefully everything goes in and locks the way it's supposed to. Had a little bit of trouble with it the last couple times. Had to do a little bit of wrestling with the plow to get it to lock in. All right, we're lined up and locked in. That's it. I'm gonna go grab some 5-gallon pails because my pails keep disappearing. I had a whole bunch of pails and they're all gone. I don't know where they are. So we need some of those for salt.
Naples, Florida, and Libertyville, Illinois, or at annexwealth.com.
So I accidentally left some salt in the salter, and I thought it was empty, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I got distracted or what, because I know better than to leave a truck that I just salted with without looking in the hopper. So yes, I messed up. If it was one of my guys, I would have yelled at him for sure. But hey, I did it. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Just try to limit the mistakes and not become careless. So I'm gonna stop and get some window washer fluid. I've heard this about 100 times on forums, snowplow forums and stuff, that if you get a jam up, if you pour windshield washer fluid on the frozen salt, it'll I don't know, dissolve it or whatever, and it'll free it up. I'm saying I doubt it, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna get a bunch of it. I'm gonna get like 3 gallons just to give it a fair shake. There's not a lot of salt in there. There's only, you know, there's not much. You'll see. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if it's true. We'll give it the test.
You enjoy the rest of your day?
Thank you. I really need to make some type of steps to get up onto the bed of this truck. It is really difficult because that which you can use as a step is in farther than the bed, and it's really hard to get your legs over there. So I'll show you how much salt we got in here, and then you can place your bets. Yeah. So that's what we got right there. I've tried to turn it on and off several times. Started to break it up somewhat there, but there's a little chunk there in the middle. I don't really need this salter today, but this is really bothering me. I'm now over by Fleet Farm. It's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to turn the salter on and see if there's any change. I'll tell you a little bit about this. So this salter knows when it's got a jam, and what it does is it stops and it'll auto reverse, and then it'll try again, and then if it doesn't go through that time, it'll auto reverse again. It'll do that several times. I don't know how many times where the limit is, but there's a limit to where then it just stops and it beeps and lets you know, to let you know that it's completely jammed. So we'll turn it on and hope for the best. I'm going to turn the vibrator on just for a second here. Okay, here we go. It's on. See, what it's doing is it's trying, and now it's auto reversing, and it's going to try again and again. Nothing so far. It's going a little bit further than it was. Oh, I think it's getting close. Come on, baby. That's it. So it's reached its limit now. The controller started beeping to let us know that it is jammed. But I will say that it made progress that time. I'm gonna run inside, grab my buckets, and come back out and give it one more try. All right, 5 pails, 5 lids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Buckets, lids. Let's try it again. I went pretty far that time, but it's reversing. Oh, it's close. Ow, 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 right on my toe. That hurt. I'm not gonna leave all these giant chunks in the parking lot because there's a lot more coming, but it worked, man, it worked. Oh, okay then. I guess that's what happens in the winter here in Wisconsin. A lot. You gotta slow down on slippery roads, man. The salter is completely clean now, which is great. I wanted to wash it before we left for Las Vegas, but I was in a major time crunch.
Here's your card and receipt.
Thank you. Yes, I'm getting Burger King.
Orange Giant.
Diet Coke.
Sorry, could you park by the entrance right by the double doors?
Okay.
Could you park right by the entrance?
You want me to go now? I don't think there's nobody behind me yet.
I mean, our sensor is gonna run in, like, there's a time between restaurants. If you could, like, just park there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
All right. I'm gonna fire up the skid steers and make sure they're running good. That one is not mine, but these two are. It's like 19 degrees right now. They should start fine. Once it starts hitting like single digits, then you can't have trouble starting them for sure. But these are pretty good, as long as you let the glow plug cycle. Here we go. That's one. Yep. I had a lot of salt already on this parking lot from yesterday. Remember I said it's been snowing over the last 3 days. And the last time I salted it, I put a ton of salt on, so it's still burning it off for right now. It's not gonna last for much longer, but so far we're in good shape. Now I'm gonna go home and rest for a little while. Pretty much everything is ready to go. So we'll wait and come out when there's a couple inches of snow and push it around, and then repeat, and then salt at the end. It is 3:39. Daniel just shoveled the entire driveway again. He's a worker, I'll tell you. But I'm gonna go out now and push everything one time. One thing I noticed in this truck, there's a definite whine when it's in four-wheel drive. You guys might be able to hear it. Now listen. It almost sounds like a police siren off in the distance. That's what I'm talking about. That's coming from this truck. And I highly doubt that's normal. I mean, it could be. It's just not something I've ever heard before on any truck that I've ever driven. I mean, it's definitely noticeable. I don't know, I did everything right. You lock the hubs in, you put the truck in neutral, turn the dial, and then it engages, and that should be it. I don't know what the deal is. So right now these driveways have probably 1.5 inches of snow on them. About that. But the thing is these people in the condos are really picky. So for the most part, what you have is former homeowners who are used to taking care of the snow and the lawns themselves. And most of these people who, you know, made good money, as you can see in their lives, they took meticulous care of everything. So when they move into these condos, they expect the same level of care as if they were taking care of it themselves. So it's impossible to please everybody. I can tell you that right now. I don't care how good you are, how on top of things you are in the summer or the winter. You just can't please them all. These driveways so many times, I can just about plow them with my eyes closed. I always do them the same way every single time I come up. I do them the same way. 20 minutes at the most. So there's a whole horseshoe. It goes this way now, and then it comes all the way back around, and then all on the other side of the street here too. But it goes pretty quick, especially when there's only like an inch and a half of snow at the most. It is coming down pretty good now, finally. So it'll start stacking up. One thing I wanted to say too, when you're plowing, a lot of guys have the tendency to just slam the plow on the ground, just drop it, pow, as fast as it can go down. I don't do that. It's not good on the equipment, A. B, it's irritating to people around you, that banging, especially if you're plowing in the middle of the night. But mainly it's for the sake of your equipment. So when you set the plow down, kind of feather it with your foot or your joystick if you use a joystick control, and just set the plow down and then put a little bit of down pressure on there. Also, never put too much down pressure where your front tires are coming up on the skid loader. So set the plow down nice and slowly and gentle. I never bang the plow down, not unless I get distracted for some reason. You just set the plow down. Horseshoe. I'm just finishing up the road here. Last couple swipes, and then we'll move across the street. So this horseshoe is completely done. I'm going to go across the street and hit this whole line, hit the houses over there that I do. And then we're gonna just wait till about 9 or 10 o'clock. I'm not gonna film any of the rest of this, but we'll be back a little later.
So just please be careful out there and enjoy our first decent snow of the season.
All right, that forecast was lacking detail. So from what I could tell, he was saying we're gonna get about 6 inches in our neck of the woods. We'll see what happens. Autumn's here. Hi.
Hi.
What were you doing here?
Working on school, and I was just saying bye to Faith, and I walk around the car, both my feet slip out, and I flew down.
Are you going home now?
Yeah.
All right, bye. I'm gonna try to FaceTime my wife. She's driving up from the south, from where I was this morning in Illinois. And it's snowing hard along where she's driving. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Are you driving?
Trying to.
Is it really bad?
Yes.
I figured.
Super bad.
Okay, be careful.
Okay, I'll text you later or call you.
All right, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
My wife obviously is not home, so I stopped at 52's here. I'm gonna grab some dinner. I'm gonna text Bugs. I'm just gonna have him come in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, help me to do a clean up before morning, get everything salted, and then, you know, hopefully the snow will stop. Mr. George, how you doing? Hi, Lynette.
Hi, Brian.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Doing well. I'm home. Now it's just a matter of waiting. Honestly, if it keeps snowing like this, there's no way we get 6 to 10 inches. We barely have 2 inches so far. Grandma's here. She was watching Grace and Daniel while me and my wife were in Illinois. See if she's here. We'll say hello. Hello. Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
I like your mustache. Where are you going? Hi, Grace. Did you get all the stuff out of your hair? Did Grandma wash it nice? That's good. You look great with your big mustache. You look like Tom Selleck.
Who is that?
Doesn't he? He looks like Tom Selleck.
He does. Yeah.
Good morning. So it is about 1:30 and we did get the snow. So the heavier bands moved in and we got a good 6 inches out there at least. It's hard to tell just looking out the window. Once I get out there, I'll get a better look at it, but we got a considerable amount of snow. It's not a foot or 18 inches or anything like that, but it's enough. Annie's awake. Hi, Annie. Come over here. Say hello. There you go. We're not going to take the garbage out this morning because I got to get out of here. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot of snow. We got more than 6 inches. We got 8 inches out here, at least. Yeah, it's deep. It's really light, powdery snow, though. It's going to be easy to move around. Plenty of snow today. That's good. So Bugs is coming in at 4 o'clock, and he's going to grab the other truck and then meet me over there. He's going to fill that one with salt. I'm not going to use this truck for salting today. So what I do starting here is I start plowing the road, and I'm not supposed to plow the road, technically speaking, but I do it anyway. Nobody's ever bothered me about it. The city plow guy comes and he'll give me the thumbs up and stuff. It's not a big deal, but the issue is I do all these houses on either side of the street, and there are city sidewalks on both sides, and there are driveway approaches all along. And the city guys don't get here until like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and by that time I'm completely done plowing. So I'm ready to go home, and then all of a sudden here comes the city guy and he fills in all the approaches and all the city sidewalks, and then I have to pretty much start over again. So I just come here and I plow the road. That way whenever he gets here, it's already done and he's not going to close everything in on me. How's it going?
Good deal.
Brought your dog?
Take my dog everywhere now. Yep. Roads were terrible coming in.
We got quite a bit. I'd say 8 inches.
Yeah, I left at 1:45.
Yeah? That's a long time.
It is 45 tops now.
Go in the back and start the small skid steer and just sit back there and let it warm up. I'm gonna finish this and then I'll come back there.
I got some eggs for you.
Eggs, all right.
How was your retreat?
I had to come back early because of the snow. Yeah.
I figured you would.
But I mean, it was nice last night or Friday night, whenever. Yeah. I'll be there in like 20 minutes. We're on the tail end of things. It's not quite over yet, but I think it's light enough where I can start cleaning for the last time. Go ahead and do all the city sidewalks. that off, Doug. No, you can do it with the bucket. You can just use the bucket.
What?
You can use the bucket. It works about the same. Is your dog gonna jump out? Is your dog gonna jump out?
Yeah.
No? All right. Bug's gonna do all the city sidewalks, and Jade's gonna be chilling in a truck, I guess. I know she wants to come out and jump all over me, but not today. Not right now, anyway. Starts to be too much snow and you start getting stuck too, which is a pain. Alright, I got this whole entire horseshoe around here, all these driveways. All I got left is across the street, all of these units, but I'm getting low on fuel. So there's a small lot I need to do right there, and then I'm going to get fuel, and then I'm going to come back and finish these off. I got to stand up. My legs are getting, well, they're falling asleep. This machine is pretty much out of fuel. I ran it a little too low. I was uncomfortable even driving it here to the gas station. Dangerously low, but I made it. So it's 6:11 right now. Pretty good timing on everything. We'll be done in about, I don't know, hour and a half at the most. No car wash today. Not today. I'm gonna go back. I have like 4 or 5 driveways left to do. And then I need to get salt on everything right away before traffic starts coming in. Wow, I'm sliding all over. Okay, I jumped in the F-350 with Jade. Jade's gonna help me salt, right? Yeah. You guys haven't seen Jade for a while. I haven't seen Jade for a little while. The college kids and Bugs are finishing up all the walks over there. They're shoveling and salting. And really all I have left is to salt everything. Bugs has got to go down the city walks one more time. All these city walks, because the county plow trucks come through and they fill them back in constantly. So he's gonna run down those one more time, and then we should be done. It's like 6:36 right now. That's an hour fast. All right, we got salt. I had Bugs grab extra salt. I just knew there was going to be a lot of residual snow, which there is. Jade, we're salting. You don't have to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that big of a deal. It's just salt. This was a good snowstorm. It wasn't really too bad because two reasons. One, like I mentioned before, it's light and powdery, so it's easy to move. And then number two, it's not real windy. That's a bad combination when you get light powdery snow with a lot of wind. That can be a nightmare. But it's not that windy. I mean, it's breezy, but it's not blowing around that bad. It's not really that big of a deal. Just gotta get a bunch of salt on everything. It's too slippery, Jade. Too slippery. Well, that was smart. I was wondering what Bugs broke. Just dragging the shovel. No, don't get excited. Nothing's happening right now. We're just salting again, see? No, nothing's happening. Shoveling. 7:06 right now. We're supposed to be done at 7, so we're a little bit behind, but it's also Sunday morning, so nobody's going anywhere this early, so no biggie. Right, Jade? Right, Jade? She's all excited. Everything's good. Alright, Bugs is back. He's gonna leave those lights on, I'm sure. You gotta take that truck back because I need this salt.
You gonna let me drive that?
I don't see why not.
Why not?
The keys are in the passenger seat. Alright. Yeah, the keys are in there. I don't think I need anything from in there.
What do you need salt for?
Because they shoveled all the sidewalks out onto the parking lot. So now I got to re-plow that whole area and re-salt. Well, I need my eggs. Well, I guess I can leave those in here for now. I'll be back.
Got
all the directions?
Yeah. Chill out, dude! Little crackhead!
You got everything?
Yeah.
Alright. This sucks because I got your checks at my house too.
I'll get them next week.
Alright.
That'll be fine.
Alright.
Alright, Ryan.
Yep, see you later. Thanks. Alright. They shoveled all the snow out onto the parking lot that I salted, so I'm gonna go plow that back up and then salt again. We're almost done. That's a high one.
That's a chunk of that. Come here, turd. There you go. Up.
Oh, right on my new truck. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Some salt where I just plowed again, and I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and I'm gonna make coffee for my Bible study, and then I'm gonna leave and go home and go to sleep. Okay, I just emptied the salter, and yes, I did go up there and take a look. It is 100% cleaned out. We're ready for the next one. It's not supposed to snow the rest of this week, so I'm gonna go home and go to bed. See you guys on the next one. Adios.